A Pro Bowl name is back on the NFL radar, and a surprise performance made waves during Philly's blink-and-you-miss-it minicamp. The Eagles are shifting pieces, and two players stood out for very different reasons. One's a proven veteran, the other's trying to flip the script in a crowded offense. Big moves could be brewing in Philly. Drop a like and check it out. Don't look now, but the Eagles might be poking around the Jair Alexander situation after the Packers surprisingly cut ties with the Pro Bowl corner. Yeah, he's been banged up, but when this dude's on the field, he's still one of the nastiest corners in the league. No doubt about it. Philly's reportedly interested, and the feeling might be mutual. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This would only happen if the price tag is looking real friendly. Adam Schefter laid it out plain and simple on 97.5, The Fanatic. If Philly were to make a move, it's likely a one-year prove-it type of deal. Think cheap, low risk, and loaded with upside. We're talking about a guy who, even in a down year plagued by injuries, managed 2 picks and housed 1 for 6 in just 7 games. Back in 2022, he had 5 INTs and was locking dudes up all season. Now don't forget, the Eagles let veteran Darius Slay walk and he just linked up with the Steelers. So the CB room in Philly is looking a little fresher these days. Rookies Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean are expected to lead the charge, with Kaylee Ringo also in the mix. That's some serious youth movement. But Alexander, still in his prime, though he's missed a chunk of time lately, could bring a nice veteran edge to that secondary if he can stay on the field. The Athletic's Matt Schneidman mentioned that Jair and his agent weren't down with restructuring his monster deal in Green Bay. He had 2 years left with a 2025 cap hit of $24.6 million, which was among the highest on the team. Safe to say the Packers weren't loving that number, especially when he's only suited up for 16 of the last 37 games thanks to a mix of injuries and a 1-game suspension. Still, Alexander showed up for voluntary offseason work, virtually thanks to the draft being in town, so it's not like he was completely checked out. Bottom line, if Philly can lock in a 1-year team-friendly deal and Alexander stays healthy, that's a sneaky good move for a squad looking to defend its Super Bowl crown. Just gotta make sure it's the right fit. And, as always, the right number. Would you bring in a veteran like Alexander to this Eagles roster? Let me know. Now hang on. The real surprise came on offense. The Eagles had just 1 day of mandatory minicamp. Yeah, 1. To get a look at their full 90-man roster before everybody heads off for that nice little summer break ahead of training camp. While most teams are grinding through multiple days, Philly went with a get-in, get-out strategy. But hey, they made that 1 day count. One of the biggest stories to come out of that quick session? Terrace Marshall Jr., ladies and gents. That's right. The former second-round pick from Carolina is back in the mix and trying to flip the script on a career that never quite got out of first gear with the Panthers. With a stacked WR room already headlined by A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Jahan Dotson, Marshall's not exactly walking into an open-door situation. But he made a statement loud enough to echo through the NovaCare complex for the next month. According to Jeff Kerr of CBS Sports, Marshall was one of the standouts, and not just in a hey-he-showed-up way. He beat top defenders, including rookie Cooper DeJean on a touchdown slant, and had a big gain over the middle during 7-on-7s with the first team. And maybe the biggest green flag? He's starting to build some trust with Jalen Hurts. That's not just noise. That's how you carve out a spot in this league. Now let's be real. Marshall's numbers in Carolina weren't exactly fireworks. Best year? 28 catches, 490 yards, and 1 lonely TD back in 2022. Across 43 games, he's got 67 receptions total, but the guy's got 4.4 speed, legit burst, and a real shot at YAC if he gets into open space. It just never clicked in Charlotte. But maybe this is his fresh start. He's fighting for what looks like 2 available spots behind the big 3. That battle includes names like Aeneas Smith, Johnny Wilson, and Danny Gray, all flashing during OTAs. But unlike them, Marshall's got some league mileage and real-deal speed on his side. Bottom line, Marshall helped himself big time in that 1 minicamp shot. He's still got a hill to climb when training camp hits, especially with the Eagles leaning toward younger, cheaper talent. But for now, he's in the fight. And that's all he could have asked for after fading into the background in Carolina. If Philly nails the balance between experience and upside, they could be ahead of the game. Big decisions are coming. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing.